Dahlia here, welcome to my channel. Megan Tennant, a fellow author tuber and part of Jenna Morris's street team for TSC, created this amazing tag. It's actually split into 3, but I'm going to do them all in one go. During the month of April, my uploading schedule was insane, so I wanted to keep it for after the release of TSC. So let's get into it. As I said before, this tag has 3 parts, so I will answer them in the correct order that Megan Tennant uploaded them. So if you want to go see her videos or you want to go and see her channel, they'll be linked below in the description bar. Make sure you do go and check her out because she has a lot of very helpful advice, especially when it comes to publishing your book and making your social media marketing really actually worth it. The first tag is a character book tag. Question 1. Tobias, a book with a paint style cover. And I Darkened by Kirsten White is the most beautiful cover I've ever seen, and it was 100% a cover buy. It looks like a gorgeous oil painting and I adore everything by the artist who did it. Question 2. Layla, a book with a kick-ass lady. Bonus points for purple on the cover. My choice is Rose from the Vampire Academy series. Now I know that this series has had mixed reviews, but I adore Rochelle Mead's storytelling. She foreshadows like a genius. Question 3. Raphael, a book that taught you something. The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbow is one that really impacted my writing and kind of my creativity in general. She taught me that I could write raw and honest humans and situations and that they could still be beautiful. Question 4 is Kaleo, a book with a character you love to hate. I loved to hate Madison Palmer from Jenna Morris's Eve the Awakening. She is so cringy and horrid that every time that I meet someone or hear of someone with the name Madison, I think of her and I cringe. Question 5 is Delphi, a book with a platonic friendship between a man and a woman. Ion and Ilaria, I think that's how you say the name, from Periphery by J.W. Ferguson, have a beautiful friendship. They don't at the start, of course. It ends up growing into this really lovely, respectful friendship, and I adore it. And it proves that a man and a woman can be friends in a book. The second tag is the Challenges book tag. Question 1. Pidgeys? Sorry if I said that incorrectly. A book with an unexpected enemy, red herring or plot twist. I'm gonna have to go with The Saviour's Champion by Jenna Morris for this one. I know that's maybe cheating or something, but that book has all 3 of these elements. Question 2, Into the Deep, a book with a strong focus on water. I tried to find a book that even remotely focused on water, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of trouble with this. So the book I chose was The Elysian Prophecy by Vivian Reese. Now this isn't centered on water or focused heavily on water, but the world of Elysia does have a lot of beautiful water scenes, so I think it counts. Question 3, Make Something, a book you've made fan art for or you would like to make fan art for if you had the time or skill. So I made fan art bookmarks for the A Court of Thorns and Roses book series by Sarah J. Maas, and here they are. So I made a few practice ones. Now I know that this is backwards on the camera and that's so annoying, but it says, "Oh mighty mortal huntress," and the light has really made it hard to see. And then this pretty plain one. It says, "A court of wings and ruin, and so Tamlin unwittingly led the High Lady of the Night Court into the heart of his territory." And then other little bookmarks that I'm going to eventually write on one day, I think, but that's for A Court of Thorns and Roses. This one's for A Court of Mist and Fury. This one is for A Court of Wings and Ruin. Question 4, Arena, a book that came out of the shadows, you'd never heard of it, but you got it and loved it. Fallen Angels by Tara Hyland. I read this book at least 3 years ago, and then unfortunately I forgot the title and the author of it, and I then spent the next 3 years trying to find it. Thankfully, obviously, I have now found it and I'm reading it again, and I love it just as much as I did then now. Question 5, Tick Tick, a book that made your heart pound. Every time I read Misery by Stephen King, there are 2 scenes in particular that make my heart race every single time. But I won't talk about them here as they are really spoilery, but if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. And tag 3 is the themes book tag. Question 1, Forbidden Love, a book you love but are ashamed of your love and don't talk about it. I actually can't think of a book that I'm ashamed that I love because I don't particularly read books that everyone else really reads. So I'm going to go with a book that I'm ashamed I haven't read yet. And that is Alethea by the creator of these tags, Megan Tennant. I downloaded the sample on my Kindle app and loved it. She writes dystopian, guys. I love dystopian. But for some stupid reason, I haven't bought the book yet, so that's in the works, but I love it and I highly recommend that you read it as well. Question 2, Friendship, a book you could read over and over because this book just gets you. This will always be Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I adore everything about it and I have read it so many times now. Question 3, Betrayal, a book or book series you started out loving but hated by the end. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. The premise is very fascinating and the book is actually engaging at the start, but by about a third the way through it got super boring. I did finish it, but I don't remember anything. Question 4, Fight to the Death, a book you have very strong levels of defensiveness for and you'll fight to the death to defend its honour. 1984 by George Orwell. Many say that this is poorly written. Well, he didn't particularly have the time to develop it as much as he should have or could have because unfortunately he died. And many say that this book is outdated, but is it really? Is it? I will forever defend this incredible book. And finally, question 5, Sacrifice, a book you couldn't put down and thus you sacrificed responsibilities. I couldn't think of a book for this question, so I went with a TV series that's based on books. My partner and I binge watched the Outlander series in a couple of days and we may have forgotten to eat at regular times and didn't really do anything else apart from watch it. And Gavin and Stacey on Netflix also did the same thing. That's not based on a book, but it's a hilarious English TV show and I highly recommend it. Oh, and also Trolleyed. And if you haven't watched any of these, go ahead and watch them. So that concludes this tag. I want to thank Megan Tennant for creating this awesome tag for the release of The Saviour's Champion by Jenna Mercy. And if you didn't know, this book has been released. So go and find it and go and read it because it's fantastic. I tag the amazing Emily Bourne, Brooke Passmore, and also Holly Davis. If you have any questions or want me to cover a specific topic, please drop a comment below. If you want to follow my journey on other platforms, see the links in the description bar. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and so much more. I post videos every Thursdays and tags every other Wednesday, so subscribe and hit that little bell if you want to be notified. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye!